Hello, everyone. This is your instructor, Dr. Vaughn. I am just making a short video here about expectations. So welcome to class. This is the Introduction to Discrete Mathematics course shell. I may make another one of these for the other course that I have right now. But I think most of you are probably pretty familiar with Baker College. You should always kind of click on the Start Here link to get started with the class. It kind of gives you the access to the syllabus, the assessments, and all of that sort of thing. General overview about the course description, the textbook, all of that sort of thing. When you're really ready to jump in, the next thing you should always do is start by reviewing the announcements. You can see we have an announcement up here about the Save for Later feature, which is important for when you're working in the MyLabs class, and a general kind of welcome announcement. As you know, most of the information is in the modules, and then this MyLabs Plus is where you're going to actually click on to link over into the Pearson MyLabs Plus, MyMathLab, it's also called, where you can work on your homework and if quizzes, that sort of thing. So the one thing I wanted to talk about today, though, is engagement. And so Baker College is transforming. There's a lot of positive, really good changes that are taking place at Baker, and I hope that you're excited about this as well. And that is that we really want to move from a quantitative approach for how many posts you made on a certain day as your way of recording attendance in an online college to more of a qualitative metric. So they've asked us to try to clarify to students what those expectations are for engagement. And I want to say that I'm looking at engagement from a really holistic kind of perspective. So on a daily basis, the things that I will be looking at in order to assess whether you've been engaged with the class for each module that we go through is how frequently and how substantively you are participating in the posts up in the discussion board. So for the first day, you should definitely participate in the Introduce Yourself board. And, giving us a little bit of information about yourself, responding to some of the other classmates are all ways that you can demonstrate to me that you're actually engaged and plugging in and becoming a part of this great learning community that we're going to have here together. And then in the module discussion forums, each day we'll start out new threads. You can put out your own threads on here. I'll put up new threads. And so at least participate in the applications of math and IT thoughts. And when I say participate, I'm not looking for you to just kind of, oh, that was a great post from a friend of yours or from new people that you've met. But try to really engage in furthering the conversation. The more you can dig into it, the more you can kind of get into it, that you can post things that are reflective of a depth of thought, of really responding to the person who's put something out. So the more that you've convinced me that you're working with these prompts and really engaging in the conversation as opposed to just putting up a post on the board for it to count, by some quantitative measure. That's the way that you're going to earn engagement points from me on a regular basis. Some other minor things is you want to keep up with the homework. So doing the homework by itself is scored separately. So you'll get points for completing your homework or not completing your homework. But just the fact that you're actually looking through the material in MyLabs Plus is a way of demonstrating to me that you're really engaging with the class. So if you're a little light on posting, and yet, I can see evidence that you're really struggling with something in the content. Maybe you've sent me a question in the personal forum or on email, and we're working through some issues related to content, or maybe how one of the assignments is stated. Anything along those lines. Those are all things that I'm going to review when I come up with my engagement score for you each week. And I will try to summarize for you in some feedback. So one of the things you can expect from me is a report which tells you how I arrived, the kinds of things that demonstrated your engagement for the week. And so that's what you can expect from me. You can expect for me to be engaged in these discussions. You can expect for me to grade your work on a regular basis. And you can expect for me to give you qualitative feedback on each of these assignments that you're asked to do. Well, as always, if you have any questions, please post them for me to respond to, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. It's great having you here in class. I look forward to getting to know each and every one of you, and I hope you're off to a good start. Have a great term.